Well, in the English language, the French word bienvenue translates to welcome. So Maria Bienvenu is welcoming us not only back to the sports block, but to her success story. The former St. Mary's Tiger will be competing in the track and field national championships tomorrow with the Louisiana region Cajuns. But the path she took to get there was a unique one. Mary Margaret Ellison has this special feature.
And your winner with a new meet record and Sun Belt Conference record of 52.87 from the Raging Cajuns of Louisiana, Maria Bienvenu.
Yes, go Maria!
It's been crazy, honestly. I never would have thought 3 years ago that track would have brought me all these places and all these friendships, and I'm very grateful for that.
In just 2.5 seasons with the Raging Cajuns, Maria Bienvenu has broken the program record and Sun Belt Conference meet record in javelin.
There you go!
As decorated as Maria has become in the sport, prior to her time as a Raging Cajun, she was a star on the hardwood and diamond for St. Mary's. In her freshman season on the court with the Lady Tigers, her dad and family friend Chris Maggio noticed something they will never forget.
We were at a basketball game during their freshman year, and we were sitting right about here, and I noticed on this baseline to my left, Maria had the ball, was inbounding the ball, and she threw the ball the length of the court, which sounds good, but it was on a straight line, on a dart, no loft on it. I mean, just a straight shot. So I looked at Russell and said, Russell, she needs to throw the javelin. And he smiled and says, I've thought that, and so that was their freshman year. So the seed was planted.
After a few years and a push from her parents, Maria decided right before her senior year it was time to try the javelin. So they went to one of the best.
Oh, that's a little better. That's a little better.
He ended up taking me out to Coach Corwin's front yard, and that's kind of was the start of it.
I probably helped 100 kids in this yard learn how to throw the javelin and compete and all that. And when Russell brought Maria out here for the first time, we went up and down this yard so many times.
I remember the first time we went out there, and he just handed me the javelin and was like, just try to make it throw straight. And I was like, I mean, now that's a great way to start, but at the moment I was like, I had no clue how to hold my arm, and it took me so long to make it go straight.
I mean, I would have stopped long before she did. She kept me out there so long until she figured it out.
After a few calls, Dr. Maggio was able to secure a walk-on spot for Maria at UL. And even though she had just picked up the sport, in her freshman season, she exceeded every standard, throwing her way to the NCAA championship.
Honestly, I had no clue what I was doing, and you could ask Coach from the very, I had no clue what I was doing. I walked out here just new to everything, new to the whole track world. I didn't know what the requirements were for javelin or anything, and so honestly, it really just clicked when I got here and realized okay, I can compete with these people.
Freshman year was kind of a shock. So almost every meet that she had, she PR'd and kept going up. So as a first-year athlete in general, making it to nationals is a huge deal.
After aiming for another record-setting season, Maria was faced with a tough setback her sophomore year when she found out she had torn a ligament in her elbow.
I was just in such denial that I actually tore it. It took maybe a week or so to realize and get the MRI and back and everything that it was actually torn. And definitely a big shock. I was talking with my coach yesterday at practice, and I was like, it sucked because I forgot what it felt like to compete. And I was kind of losing, going through that hard, it was rough. And physical therapy is no joke, it's tough, but definitely a mental game too. So I was losing that kind of confidence of what it felt like to compete and be able to do that again. And I wasn't sure if I was gonna be able to do that. So the first meet back, it was like a thrill. I was like, okay, we got this. We can work from here.
And the thrill of her comeback continued as Maria is having her best season yet, breaking the Sun Belt Conference meet record, along with going to the East Regionals, and she is on her way to the NCAA Championships for the second time.
It's actually very exciting because each meet in the past 3 meets that she's have been better. So I don't know, I'm expecting her to do pretty well at Nationals.
Just the atmosphere, it's just crazy. And I've been so thankful to be a part of that and to come back again this year. Just really wanting to just kind of compete for myself this time. Like, not trying to overdo it, just get out there and show them that, like, I deserve to be here too with them.
Awesome story, and Bienvenu will be competing tomorrow at 5:45 among some of the nation's best. You can watch her on ESPN+.